Hey guys, welcome to Sippin Spillin with Syd and Frankie today. Sorry we skipped yesterday. Day just kind of got away from us. Mike took the four-wheeler was acting up, so we had to Ross from down the way came over with his trailer and they trailed it over a couple miles just to the mechanic that we bought it from. He thinks it's something with the brakes is messed up and it's causing it to act all funky. Brakes are jammed, something like that. So trying to get that worked on, and then tomorrow they're picking up the Polaris from Chickasaw. Yeah, they're gonna come and pick it up tomorrow, I believe. If not tomorrow, then someday in the next couple days, because we think it's got gunk like in the fuel system, which is causing it not to fire. Like it'll crank, but it won't fire up. So and once, like, if you sit there long enough, you can kind of get it to eventually, but then if you take your foot off the gas for like half a second, it will like just shut down. So, and then you can get it restarted, and it's like a whole thing. So anyway, that needs to be remedied. But hey, you know, it happens. We had another wonderful tornado watch today, that big storm system that came through. We did get a bit of rain.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, we did get rain.
In fourth period, there was talk of like we might have to go out in the hallway and sit there. Yeah, because the rain was too bad for the buses to drive, I guess. But like, we were also under tornado watch. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, and there was a couple times I came out and kind of looked because I was like, ooh, it was super humid. There was hail, but by the time it hit the ground, it had melted because it was just that warm. And it was little. So, and that didn't last very long. And then the clouds were kind of gathering and they were really dark, and it was just like, oh, okay, Toto, I see you. But then nothing happened. So there's no place like home. There's no place like home. But it was fine, and it was you know, decent amount of rain, a little bit of heavy wind for a little bit, but nothing major. We survived. Electricity never even went out. Nothing crazy here. So basically I undid Christmas today. It's all packed up in boxes and put away now until next year. Like
till next October.
That's accurate. Because I get all my Christmas stuff out at Halloween.
Her Christmas decorations double or quadruple,
triple
as her Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving decorations.
Yeah.
Christmas decorations. And New Year's decorations.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing.
But she'll change like certain things. Like the candles will change sometimes for Thanksgiving and fall in general. Yeah. The candles will change.
Because the scents. You have to have the right scents in the air.
And random things in the house will change. So like something that might have been Christmas a week ago, she swaps it out for something fall. Because now it's actually like, it's fall. You know?
No, I don't swap it back out. No, I'll swap it out after fall.
Yeah. She'll keep it as, when she puts up all her Christmas stuff, it's her fall stuff too. Is also out. Yeah, and then the Christmas stuff goes up like right after Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving.
I am like your local Walgreens, just putting out all the decorations.
We were at Walmart the other day and they had Valentine's Day.
It's already Valentine's Day. But you know what? Valentine's
Bunko's
Day.
digging holes.
That's when he goes potty. He does that.
He digs holes?
Yeah, he's burying his presents. Yeah, he's burying his presents.
Little tiger.
But he is, I know. But yeah, so, and I got this really cool, in the years past with our Christmas trees we had, because I always do a fake tree, which I think next year we're going to do a live one on the porch, just because we do sit outside on the porch a lot. Exhibit A. And we'll do a real one out here. Like a little one that we'll like plant or something. But anyway, I found this thing yesterday that's like a rolling plastic case, and they have improved the plastic cases of late, like the grips on them, the pop, like I just feel like they've unlocked the mysteries of the universe.
Tubs, you mean?
Yeah, like of
not
the tubs.
Cases. Why do you say cases?
I don't know.
I was like what
the tubs, yeah. That, and you know how like if you go to Walmart or like maybe they have them at Target too. I don't know. But they have like the color coordinated ones for like that are red and green for Christmas that you can pack your decorations in. And then they have the ones that hold the ornaments. Well, I had the ones that hold the ornaments. I feel like I need to get one more because I had to kind of shove some ornaments in. And I probably should have gotten one more red and green tote yesterday. I only got one because
they checked us for stealing.
They did. And I was like, I did not. So thank you. Anyway. I literally just checked out like 2 feet from you, homeboy. But anyway, that's their jam at Walmart. It's like, you know, check your receipt and frisk you and do a cavity search. But, so it's a good time for everybody. So, well, no. So, but that's not the point. The point is that I only got one tote and I should have gotten 2 because there's a few things that I forgot that were like kind of in a box that I'm like, oh, I would have rather put that in a tote. So I need another tote. But I think I have some older black and yellow ones that Mike may not have like completely desecrated.
I know one of those I think is in the burn pile right now. No, it's in that trash bin over there.
Oh.
Like in that broken
cushion
thing. Because
Mike,
it was nasty.
Yeah, Mike will put things. Mike will decide to use totes for some strange things and then they don't generally last or they whatever. And I get why he does it sometimes, but then other times I'm like, but why? Like you could have done that in a cardboard box and then nobody would have lost it.
It's like the roofing tar in the bowl.
In the Tupperware. Yeah, Mike has destroyed some Tupperware in the past because like legit Tupperware that was like handed down to me through the generations because he decided to mix roofing tar in it. I don't know why. He felt like that was a good choice at the time. It's one of those things that like I will never let him forget.
But he fixed the roof. Did he?
But did he?
Did he?
I feel like.
Which house was it?
I feel like it was the skylight in the old house on the patio. I think that's what he mixed it for. I don't remember, to be honest, but I think that's what it was. That's not the point. The point is, man, homeboy likes to mess with my bowls. So anyway, I got this thing that holds a whole Christmas tree, and I have a smaller Christmas tree. It's only like 6 feet tall.
It's supposed to be 10 feet.
It was supposed to be like 8 feet.
Oh, 8 feet.
I think. 2 feet short. But anyway, whatever. It's neither here nor there. It's the wrong one, but it's fine. It's actually, I kind of actually like it better. So,
because it's short like you.
So this tote would probably not hold like a giant tree that was like 10 feet tall, but it would probably hold like an 8-foot tree that was a little puffier because there's still room in that tote. But it's got wheels on the one side and then a handle, and you can like, and it's fully plastic. Like I like that it's like, well, because before my old tree, we had it in like a canvas bag and it was like up in the rafters and like so critters got into it and it like it broke and it didn't really hold its shape well. It would get dented and all this stuff. Oh, yeah. So this is like gonna hold its shape, gonna keep the tree happy, gonna keep the lights.
It's also not gonna go with the rafters.
Because we don't have rafters.
Yeah.
Mike's going to build some eventually in the shop.
I thought he was building a second floor.
Yeah, but there's going to be like an area there that's for the Christmas stuff because that literally is something we will only access once a year. Twice a year if you count taking it down and putting it up. So, sorry. Did I flail? Yes.
A little bit.
That's okay. So
while you're doing this, you're going like that with the camera.
I'm sorry. I should have put it just on the tripod. I don't know why I decided to hold it, but I did. And
you
so
like
there
to
it
make
is.
Your life more difficult.
Sometimes, yes. Anywho. So I got all that stuff put away. I did a cursory cleaning because you know when you take your stuff down, but I'm gonna probably do my deep clean like tomorrow. But I did like my cursory cleaning, and I cleaned up. There was a lot of glitter that fell from the sky when I was putting stuff away.
Was there?
So I had
from the sky?
Well, like from the garlands that I had up on the thing. Yeah. Anyway, so I got all that down. I have decided though that I'm leaving my Christmas lights up. Now, before you come for me, here's the deal. I only do the white lights, and
she doesn't do those colorful ones.
Yeah, I don't do the colorful ones.
She has something against them.
And I do like having some outdoor lights like that on the house. Now, I probably won't turn them on all the time, but like there's times like if we're gonna go or sit out, like I like to have them on, and so
they make her happy.
They make me happy, and we like at the old place we had market lights across the patio and stuff, and we loved sitting out there with those lights. It was just the right amount of light, and these are like they're not market lights, they're like those little LED ones, and they're just the perfect amount of light when they're on because I have them all along the edge, and they're staying.
They make her happy.
They make me happy. They are staying. for the foreseeable future. Also because I don't want to take them down. So there's that.
Just like she didn't want to put them up.
I did. Well, I wanted them up.
You wanted to put them up?
I didn't.
You didn't want to put them up.
Yeah, but I did.
Gold star.
Thank you. So.
Where's that flamingo gonna go? Because it's just like sitting there. Is that where it's gonna stay?
I like it there. It sits. So Mike got me this giant flamingo. I'm gonna show you guys. That giant flamingo, right there. It's like a sculpture. It's beautiful, and he got it for me for Christmas. He actually surprised me with it at a friend's house.
Go over there.
No, because I sit. This is my spot that I sit, and it's directly across from me. And I can also see it when I look out the kitchen window. So when I'm doing dishes, I can see my flamingo. So double happy. Double happy.
But you want to know the sad thing?
I don't know. Do I?
When Jen walked up the house, she didn't notice it.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. I told her about it. She's probably just mad because I got one and she didn't. That's probably what that was.
Well, when she saw it, she was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I got my setup. I'm good. But got Ross the rest of his venison that Mike broke down. And I made, let's see, it was a total of 16 pounds of sausage. So it was 8 pounds of sausage for us, 8 pounds of sausage for them. I did my, oh my God, Creeper. He literally like walked out in the kitchen. He's making a venison stock right now. He's working still technically, but he just walked out probably to get a glass of water and saw and knew we were filming. So
I'm like cut out.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
She's all no. This is the me show.
No, because I just moved the thing and then now I lost where it was. But anywho,
did you move the thing?
I did. So the thing with. What was I talking about? I just got totally distracted by your dad, and now I'm like, well,
he was working.
Oh, he was. So he made. I made 16 pounds of one of my recipes for a breakfast sausage, which I'll have that video out on Friday for you guys on 3 Mississippi, and so we did 8 pounds for us, 8 pounds for them because we had Ross's deer, our neighbor that Mike broke down for him, and then I had lost track of how many pounds of like burger meat basically that I did just grind. I think it was like 20, I think it was 30 pounds altogether. I think it was 30 pounds altogether between his deer and our deer. Our deer was less because our deer was smaller. So we got some nice burger grind and, I cooked up a little bit of the sausage, really good. We tried some of the grind and some of the, I forget what other cut that he made the other day. It was like a flank and something else that he made.
Tenderloin?
No, we'd already had one of the loin, the tenderloin. Maybe. But anyway, we had that the other night and that was good. And
sit over here.
Like my little, like I have an extra head, like a Siamese twin.
Ooh.
Oh my.
That was my neck.
Yeah. It's popping fresh. So yeah, so we're gonna see, like I'm kind of anxious for them to try the sausage recipe that I made because I'll see if they even like it.
She needs their approval.
I do. Well, just because like, when it's something you've made and like maybe you don't know somebody's particular tastes as well because you don't know them as well yet. Like, I just don't know if it's going to be their jam or not. And I know that they don't eat a lot of venison.
They can eat it with jam?
They could eat it with jam. This is true. They could make like a little English muffin, slather a little jam on one side, put a little meat. Yeah. Anywho, so I'm just curious to see like if they end up liking it or not. Hopefully they do because they have several pounds of it. But there's one thing that I feel fairly confident in is that I do make pretty dang decent sausage. I've done
it is pretty good.
Hundreds of pounds of sausage now from between the lambs and the hogs that we've done and stuff. I have made some sausage and
her classic Italian sausage from a hog.
Chef's kiss.
Like,
it's her favorite.
Forget about everything else, all the exotic stuff. The classic, just from our hog, bonus is the bacon, but just her plain old Italian sausage. I guess it's not really that plain.
It's not. There's
really
a lot.
Good.
It has a lot of ingredients in it.
But
I make it very
so good.
Yeah, it is really good. And everybody that's had it has liked it. So it is, and it's my own recipe.
And you can put it in everything.
You can.
You can put it in pasta. You can eat it as breakfast. You can.
It is multifunctional.
You can make a bed out of it. I don't know. You can, if you get hungry.
I don't know. But it's good. So anyways, one thing that I'm like, I feel very confident in my sausage making abilities. And I usually we have made cased sausage before.
I don't think it was that good though.
I don't like it.
We never made it again.
Well, no, we did. We did several times. We did cased sausage.
Just like we did the ham.
But I did that with like the chorizo, and we did it with the we made chorizo. I make chorizo a lot. I didn't the last like 3 pigs.
That's
or no,
why
2. I don't remember. Anyway,
I
did skip a couple because for a while we had a hard time finding because you have to have those paseo whatever chilies.
Oh, I remember.
And I had a hard
we
time
kept
finding
looking for them in Albertsons, and we couldn't find them every time we went.
I couldn't find the chilies to make it, so I was like, we skipped, and everybody was like, oh, just make your breakfast sausage, because I have one that I cannot find my recipe for. Called I called it no pants. What did I call it? It was like take your pants off sausage was the first name, and Mike was like, that you can't call it that, but that was what I called it. And it was because, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. But it's not anything
if
dirty.
I could count the amount of times you said "but anyway,"
but yeah, it's okay. That's not the point. The point is that we called it Crouch Creation sausage was what we ended up calling it, and it was more of like a Americanized English version breakfast sausage, and everybody loved that too. But
I remember that.
Yeah, but I can't find that recipe. It's not in my book, and I know I had it, and I cannot find it. I don't know if it got
which book
in my recipe book that I hand wrote because it was my recipe, and it's not in my sausage book. So I'm like, don't know where it is, and I went through the whole thing and I can't find it. So I'm gonna have to go back through my videos and see if I shared that recipe with you guys or not back in the day.
It might have been one of those ones. She was like, "No, I'm taking this to the grave."
Well, I don't know. So I'm like, I kind of remember what was in it, but I'm like, I have to play around with that one eventually. We're not there yet. But anyway, so I did another of my breakfast sausages, which is more of like my Mountain Man apple pie sausage, breakfast sausage. It's very like, it's a sweeter, but it's like a sweet start with a savory finish is how I would.
Sweet start with the savory finish.
Yeah, that's how I would.
That hand motion was the best
one. It was everything. It was everything, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, but I'm glad I got that done. So until the next year, no pressure. I'm done making sausage for the next minute or so.
Which I'm sure you're happy about.
But he did. A lot of people, we had so here's the deal too.
Jeez.
We had talked about in the video that posted on Sunday, I think it was, of Mike and Frankie breaking down the deer. And I had brought up that he and I had talked about making stock out of the deer, and very mixed camp. People said, oh my gosh, that's such a waste. Don't do that. It's disgusting. It's nasty. And then some people were like, no, it's good. Just give it to your dogs. Well, we were like, well, that seems silly. Like, so he's making some, and he's like, this is like the best stock I've ever had. He's like, it tastes delicious.
I don't think I've tried it.
I haven't tried it yet. But he said he loves it. It's really good. And he did some research too, just to see like, okay, am I crazy? Like, did I remember this wrong or whatever? So, and he was like, no, there are people that make this and it's like, it's good. So,
but there are leftover meat and stuff we are going to give to the dogs.
Right. There is some leftover that you're just like when you're making any stock and you like some of the meat comes off the bones. So it's like cooked and everything. So he strained that all out, and I'm going to make some little things of it that I'm going to hang on to that I can feed, mix with the dog stuff and give them some goodies, over the next little bit till it's gone. But yeah, so it's funny. Like there's some stuff that people, and I wonder too, because some people are like, oh, you have to do this or this to the venison to make it edible or whatever. And it's like, well, here's the deal. If you process an animal correctly, I don't care if it's the oldest, nastiest, like boar, whatever, if you process it correctly and you cook it correctly, there's a lot of that you can, that taint, what's the word I'm looking for? It just went out of my head. Gaminess, thank you. That you can really pretty much eliminate. I mean, it's still going to taste, it's going to have a different taste because it is a wild animal versus a domesticated one. They just taste different. So, you know, even the difference between like, you know, a wild rabbit versus a rabbit that you raised, it's same with birds. It's just have a different flavor. They've had a different diet. They've had a different life. It just tastes different. So that being said, these people that are like, oh yeah, I've had, you know, a young buck before and it's nasty, it's gamey, it's, you know, I wonder if it was processed right. I wonder if it was cooked right. Like, because there's a lot to be said for following certain steps and making sure that you bleed it out well, that you let it rest, that you know, when you're making your sausage, that you do the mix properly, that you have the right amount of things to help preserve it mixed in there, like your salt or your vinegar or your alcohol. Those are important things to add in. So anyway, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Apparently, so those of you who are saying that the stock is nasty and you're gonna, you know, don't bother making it, that's not the case apparently. Now, again, I have not tasted it, but I can verify that Mike has a pretty decent palate and that, you know, if he says it's good.
He puts ketchup on everything.
Well, that is the one thing that he does. Well, he doesn't put it on everything. He puts ketchup on noodles, and I think that is more of like a childhood thing for him than like he actually likes it. It's like, I guess it would be like the equivalent of like when you eat something that you ate as a kid that you're like, it gives you that little bit of comfort. I think it's more that for him than it is.
No, I think he actually thinks it's good.
Well, I'm going to have to agree to disagree on that because I think it's not. But this does not belong on noodles. I don't know what. He's crazy. But
he's crazy.
But
we love you.
But he is a very good cook, and he is good at, like, you know, breaking down. He's broken down a lot of animals, and he's a good butcher. A lot of times he breaks things down a lot better than when we've, you know, had seen things done or gotten things back.
Some butchers.
Mike's butchered a lot of stuff over the years, and he's really good at, you know, breaking it down and doing it right. So we're very lucky that he's as good at that as he is. And I'm gotten pretty good at making sausage over the years, so we're a good team. So there you have it. So there we go, guys. Don't forget, tonight we go live with you guys at 6 p.m. Central Time for our Wednesday night live. Hopefully Mike's throat won't be hurting him as much as it's been hurting him. I've been making him like lemon and honey tea, and he's been doing throat spray and the whole, you know, you name it, he's done it. And then drugs, because why not? Because why not? So we will see you guys later tonight, and we will see you on 3 Mississippi, of course, and we will see you here again on Friday. We like I said, a little bit behind this week, just getting back into our routine, but I think we got it. I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one.